So then, okay, let's get started again. So the post-COVID data analytics and the Tesla is 600% up. Should we invest in clean energy? Okay, so then last 1 week, look back. Congress agreed to the 900 billion COVID stimulus deal after the month of the failure the negotiation. This happened when? It's this Monday or so. Yeah, so the Republican and then so they agree about this 900 billion COVID stimulus package, which each one of the U.S. citizen people they will get $600. That was agree, but today the Trump rejected this COVID-19 relief package after he say this is disgraceful. One of the reason. Oh, by the way, could you please mute the? Okay, thank you so much. So I check about his speech, and then what he say is he doesn't like to use this money out of the US. Like this package of money is not only the US things, but also that they trying to use this money to the out of the US. So he didn't like that. So he asked the Congress to rethink again about this the package, as well as that he doesn't like this $600. He want to raise up to 2,000 or 4,000. So it's much more difficult for the Republican to agree for this. So again, they have to probably like this night. I'm not sure about the price. It's slightly going down maybe because like everybody was expecting this package is agreed. And the only thing that Trump has to do is sign. Uh, but it seems like not that way. They have to discussion. They have to have another discussion again. They also, I think that many people already know there's another type of the COVID-19 uh, strain of the COVID-19 was detected in the UK. This is because I think that what I heard from the news is the 10%, 5 to 10% of the COVID case in UK, they will check about the genome, the DNA. So after they check about this DNA genome, they found that something wrong about the latest the COVID-19. They found that there's a 23 part of the DNA different compared to the original COVID-19 found in China. So I think many of the country, most of the country is not checking about the genome, but only the UK is 5 to 10% of the case of the COVID-19. They are checking, keep checking. So that's why they found. That means probably this the strain of the COVID-19 maybe it's not only the UK, but according to the news, they say they already found in Australia or the Holland or other country. But I think it's already somewhere, not only this country, but also somewhere in other country too, maybe. So that was another news. Then Bitcoin already surpassed the 20,000, which is already the record high. Now I think it's 23,000 or so. It's more high. So it's keep growing. This price is keep growing. It's just going up. I'm not sure like when they will coming down again, so that we can purchase more cheaper price. But I'm not sure. Like this one is just keep going up. I think the one of the reason why like this one is going up is not only the Bitcoin itself, but also PayPal or Square. They have the cash, the application called the cash. They can handle this Bitcoin. They can purchase a Bitcoin in their account. So that is also helping a lot. That's another reason maybe. So the Tesla is entering the S&P 500 after the so this is another big news because 3 years ago the Tesla was thinking to sell themselves to the Apple. So they had a negotiation with the Tim Cook in the CEO of the Apple. But then I think according to some news, then he didn't even hear about that uh, trade. So completely ignoring. But then after this 3 years later, then it's just Tesla is keep growing. They are making profit consecutively. That is a huge uh, mm, it was a big achievement for the Tesla. So now the S&P 500, the criteria of this is very hard. They cannot do, they have to keep gaining. They have to show the profit every 4 quarter. So it's not that easy, but they clear that criteria. So that's why they joined the S&P 500. So let's check about the Tesla stock, and the Tesla stock is just to keep growing. They split the 145 the end of the August. They split then after that still keep growing. It was flat after that, but then again it's keep growing. uh, Last 1 month or even like today, yesterday or day before yesterday, it's just this clean energy stuff is growing. Uh, so in case of the Tesla, it's 600% up within just this year. Why? It's because like I say, they just show the profit every quarter. So this is the graph. I just grabbed from the Python. I just wrote some program and they showing the Python from the MATLAB. Then was to the last Q4 to this Q1, it's going down. But then after that, it keep growing. So the S&P 500 selected Tesla. Then so the clean energy is one of the key. And the clean energy is now, of course, like last few years, maybe like especially, but anyway, so this area is just a big trend even now. And then every country, they're trying to store to manufacture the gas car. So many of the countries, they want to stop the gas emission. They want to move to the clean energy car. So like here, maybe the Singapore, they stop all car sale for the gas car sale stop by 2040. So likewise, many countries, they are planning to stop the sales of the gasoline car. So that is current trend. Also, the Tesla, the biggest thing about Tesla is self-driving. Their current level of the self-driving is 2. This is a level 2. But almost the level 3 is 90% of the stuff is already done, covered. So the only things, like the meaning is if you are driving and then if you are sitting on the driving seat, but you can just leave this driving to to the autopilot. Almost 90%. It's what I heard is like especially in the highway, it's almost okay. Like entering and then out of this highway is slightly difficult, but otherwise, the changing the lane, uh, or like trying to avoid the crash, that would be almost okay. That's what I heard. So they are very advanced compared to the other cars like Toyota, Honda, or any other car company. It's not reaching there yet. So Tesla is the big advantage of the Tesla is they are still keep doing this self-driving. Also, they have so much data, even compared to the Google, even compared to the other car company, they still have so much more data. Also, the Biden wins this time. The Donald Trump lost, so the green energy, the current, his trend, he is already insisting we have to use this clean energy. So naturally, the clean energy is next trend. We see the forest fire last year, or even this year a lot. California, also Indonesia, the Australia, so much the forest fire, and they also Amazon, Brazil. They also had this. It's so bad. The carbon dioxide is also increasing. Even like this year, it was COVID-19 era, COVID-19 time, which is significantly going down. Uh, March and then April, but it's coming back again. So that means like the economy is recovering, but not only that, but this forest fire thing is also contributing for the carbon dioxide increase. So we need to this clean energy stuff, the solar energy, uh, the wind blade, the energy from the wind, many of these. This year, the American election happened, then this is the idea of the people, what they are thinking about when they had the election. What is the priority? So the healthcare, the economy, social security, gun control. This is the U.S. by the way. Education, the terrorism. Uh, all of this is very high, but also protecting the environment, also the global warming. I'm not sure like the people who is supporting for the Trump, they are thinking about this, but most of the people who is supporting for Biden or Democrats, they are thinking this one maybe. So the Trump is gone, and then company for the clean energy. I check about this one because like firstly I had to check from the ETF, so the clean energy ETF. Which one is more popular in the clean energy ETF? Because like if I check about this clean energy ETF, then I can know about the what kind of the company is contributing to this clean energy. So I check about this ICLN and PBW, QCLN, all of these. I check about this top three. Then also I check about the list of the company. So yeah, so the many of the company is equally it's structured here. Plug power or the emphasis energy or like many of the company here is listed, and then it's equally taken in their asset. Also the PBW, it's quite different compared to this one. Also this clean QCLN. The biggest one here is Neo. I think this one is yeah. So I just grabbed all of this stuff like plug and ENPH. So each of this company I just grab from this ETF to check what kind of company is there, and also like which one is growing. And then I check about the PSR and the PR. If you don't know about the meaning of the PSR or PS ratio or PE ratio, I will explain here later. So firstly, I will check about this rule of 40. It's basically like we will check this one if okay, okay, so right, so we have so rule of 40 is the one of the criteria if the user is no the maybe like most of the startup company, they actually so they cannot most of the startup company or like a small company, they don't make a profit yet, but they show the high growth. Those company, if we want to see the evaluate, we cannot use a PE ratio because they are not earning. So what most of like this funding company, what they have to do is they have to check about the revenue growth as well as the profit growth. If they sums up this profit, the revenue growth, then if it's going to over 40, that is a very good company. But this time it's a clean energy company. So clean energy company, I cannot expect much, like because they have to invest a lot of the stuff into. It's not like that IT. So they have to have a lot of the hardware part, like manufacturing part or factory. They have to invest a lot there, even including the human resource too. So if I just put as 5%, if the growth of these two is going over 5%, then I will just judge as a good company for this time. So the next one is PS ratio. PS ratio, how we can show the PS ratio? Market cap divided by revenue. Market cap is the issued the stock times the price of that company, the price of that stock. So the market cap is like that. Then we divide by revenue. So that means like what we can know. By the way, this revenue is annual revenue. So what we can know is based on the current revenue, how many years, if they earn how many years, then they can reach to the current market cap. So for example, if current cap is 400, the annual revenue is 100. Then this company, if they are 4 years, then they can reach to the current market cap. Means like maybe like this price of the stock is not that expensive. But for example, currently the most expensive the PSR PS ratio, I think is a Snowflake. Snowflake is I think 150 or so. So that means like based on the current revenue, if they are like 150 years, then they can reach the current market cap, which means like it's super expensive. Although that people is keep buying, I'm not sure why, but that is how we can see the PS ratio. PE ratio is it's kind of similar, but it's based on the market profit. It's not the revenue. So some company is not making that profit, then they cannot calculate this one. So that's why we cannot use the PR much. Although PR is many of the investor is checking about the PAR, but I'm just putting this one as a sub, as just a preference. Yeah. So okay. So the demo. I have this screen. Firstly, yeah. So I'm using a Jupyter notebook. By the way, this one is a Jupyter notebook, but it's a collab from the Google. But anyway, this is the same as the Jupyter notebook. So I installed this Yahoo Finance, the PIP, so that I can use like the financial Yahoo Finance data. Then it's going to yeah, it's like pandas, MATLAB data time. This is NumPy. All of this is just what we do in most of the data analytics. Then I just put the Tesla this time. It's starting from 2010. Then now it's 2020. 22 second of the December. So by this is until the yesterday's data. So it's just keep growing. It was crazy this year. Only this year, it's 600% up. This is, I'm not sure whether this is okay or not. It could crash down, like I'm not sure, but yeah, but it's very high, and this is a volume. Volume is so high this year. Yeah, and then this is their income sheet. From the right, this is the Q4 the last year, and this is the Q3 in this year, 2020, September 30. So if I check about this total revenue is going up. One of the reason why their total revenue is going up, even though they are not, their sales for the car is not that a lot. The reason is because they can. I think most people don't know much about, but I think the Toyota or Honda or this kind of company, they can if they want to sell more about the gasoline car, uh, it has some kind of a limit for how much they can sell for the gasoline car. But in case of like electronic car or this clean energy car, it doesn't have that limit. So based on the country, that they have like that kind of like limit. If they want to sell more, they have to purchase this right. So they are purchasing this right from the Tesla. So that's why they can sell it more. They are selling this right to the other company. That's why it's high. The profit is also high. So that means like because like Tesla is focusing only the clean energy car, so they also can sell this right to the other company even in the future. Yeah. PSR is a 24. What this means is like based on the current annual revenue, if they reach if they are next to 24 years, then they can reach the current price, the market cap. Meaning is it's not that too high, maybe. Uh, mm, but yeah, and then also this one is 40% rule that I mentioned. It's just adding up the revenue and then profit. That is 108%. This is huge. It's a lot. This is one of the reasons it's give investor surprise. So that's why the price is going up. I just check about. I exclude the Tesla. I include all of this stock here. Yeah, all of this stock here. So I check about which company is it is outstanding. And then what I check here is okay, I can explain here. So the gross profit, total revenue, price growth, and then the revenue profit growth, and then revenue growth, and then growth percentage. So this is a 40% rule, and then PS ratio, and then this is a PE ratio. The NAN means like no. That means oh, some of the company is not making profit, so that's why it's showing NAN. But some other company like FSLR, they are showing the PR. That means like it's making the profit. Okay, so then I also check about the graph. The total revenue is it's like this. So the NEO is total revenue is very high. Also, yeah, FSLR is also high here, but this one is a gross profit. Yes, and also the income statement, the X axis is income growth. Then this Y growth is revenue growth. So if I see about this graph, what I found is that this TPIC, this one is outstanding. Also, I also curious about this FSLR. It's because, okay, I will go to this graph. The rule of the 40%, this one is a growth rate, means like this is adding up the revenue growth as well as profit growth. And then this is a PSR. If the PSR is very high, that means like current price is very high. But we want to have this the right side, but bottom. Then TPIC is very high. TPIC is very high for the growth rate, but the PSR is low. So this one is very interesting. And also I can say why I was interested in this FSLR is because like it's also it's not going to the 200%, but 200% is very high, but growth rate is very good, but PSR is very low. So that's why I was curious about this. PR is here. FSLR is making money, so that's why it's here. This TPIC is not making money, not making the profit. Yeah, so that's why it's not here. Okay, then also I check about the price growth, like within 6 months. I put the 6 months here, right? So yeah, this one is a 6 months. So within 6 months, which one is growing more? Then which one is not much? So this NEO is growing almost the same as a Tesla. It's 600%. The plug is also 455. DQ is also 370. So all of this is already very high. So in my opinion, I don't want to choose any of this because it's already too high. But I can choose like this TPIC and the FSLR. This one is also high, but still I believe there's some room to grow more. So that's why, but still, this is all of this list is a very good one because I just screening unless so this one is excluding all the low growth company. I'm just adding, putting into this list if they are over 5%. The growth of the profit and the growth of the revenue is more than 5%, then I'm putting here. So yeah, and then also Yeah, so this one is divided by the growth percentage, divided by the PSR. Means like we can know which one is reasonable price now. So maybe like TPIC, also this MAXN, and then this FSLR is also it's a good number. You can, yeah, I can say so. Okay, so that still the Neo is still here, but what I can tell is like this top 3 is a good number. Also, I check about this the guidance. Okay, so this is a market cap. I will just show the market cap here. Neo is already very high because it's 600% up this year. So naturally, this market cap is already high. But other company is almost similar. And also I added the guidance here. The guidance is basically the company's guidance, their expectation for the next quarter. Then what I see is like this TPIC is the next quarter estimate is very high. I will explain about this company, but this company is basically the wind energy. So like they are making the window blade, they exporting to the many countries. That is the main their business. The expectation is very high. Yeah. Then also, yeah, this one is very high. Then also I show the graph of this growth rate besides this price growth. Yeah. And then let's go back to this slide. So I check about this here. Then TPIC, this is a wind energy company. Then yeah, you can check about the. I have the yeah. I can show the yeah. But anyway, so you can check about this company. But basically, like this is they are generating this window blade and exporting to the many countries. So they are helping the wind energy grow. They also I check about this company's the price. Yeah, it's growing like this. But if I check about their technical graph, it's already too high. If you know about the Bollinger Band, this green line is a Bollinger Band. Most of the price is within this Bollinger Band. 90% of the stock is mostly is coming down. So currently, this is the current data. By the way, could you please mute the somebody's? I can hear the somebody's noise. Sorry, thank you. This price is already out of this the Bollinger Band scope. That's why it's I believe it's coming down again. Like here, you can see it's if once the price is out of this range, out of this Bollinger Band, it's coming down. So it's probably since now it's too high, I believe it today probably it's coming down again. Let's see, but 90% of the case, it's inside of this range in the Bollinger Band. If we check about the Bollinger Band technical the measure. Then another thing is like this average, moving average. This is 75 days of the moving average. Very high, very high. It's in my opinion, it's too high now. In short term, I don't buy, but in long term, I like to buy. So also this RSI is over 70, means like this is very high. So it's heating up. I think I'm not sure, but some of the, maybe like many people is keep currently like buying a lot. but I think it's too much. Another one, what I give me the another attention here is FSLR. This one is a solar energy company helping the solar energy. They also I also check about their price. It's also very high. It's going up. Like from especially last 1 month or so, it's just going high. And they also check about this technical point. Yeah, it's also very high. It's out of the range again. Like I say, if it's going out of this Bollinger Band range, most likely the other tendency it's coming down. So this one also too high. Besides, if I check about this volume of the price, most of people is buying around $88, but now it's 105. So that means like many people have the chance to sell and they can make a profit. Meaning is like if some people buy now, they may lose money. So I probably don't recommend now to buy, but in the future, in the long term, it's good. This one is also RSI is over 70, means like it's already too high. Then another topic here I can tell is Apple. I think yesterday or so, Apple announced they are not announcing. They have some their news coming around, which is their manufacturing the Apple car. So that is the next big thing. Which that's why maybe like yesterday Tesla price is going down. It's because Apple is a big competitor to the Tesla. Maybe that is a reason why the Tim Cook didn't purchase the Tesla. I'm not sure, but according to the news, 2024, they will probably selling maybe iCar, maybe. I'm not sure, so but maybe that is the next things they will do. Because like Apple is nowadays they are actually manufacturing own things. They stop using Intel CPU chips, so they manufacture own. They embed own the tips. M1, it's called the M1, uh, which is the reputation of this M1 is very good. Because like all of this GPU, CPU, everything is inside of here. So besides its price is very low now, if you want to buy like a MacBook Pro, it's cheaper compared to the Intel's one. But the performance is faster in the single core. So the one bad thing about this Apple, this MacBook Pro is because like they start using new own CPU. That means like many of the software for the is running for the Intel doesn't work. So they currently have the its mitigation means like they have the converter from the Intel software to the Apple's software. They Rosetta Stone or something. They have some program which they can run Intel program into Mac program. So that is what they did. But anyway, so the Apple is also trying to contribute to the clean energy part. The another things, the clean energy is I didn't mention in the previous the stock list, but what's also catching up is this LiDAR. LiDAR is it's maybe like some of the people who is using the iPhone Pro, iPhone Pro Max or those stuff. They already have the LiDAR. So the LiDAR is what they do is like light detection, and they can detect the distance from the light. Previously, we use like radar. Radar is radio wave is checking about the distance, but now it's a LiDAR, it's a light. So Tesla is not using this technology. They are still using the camera because according to the Elon Musk, he said using this is too expensive and ridiculous. So they still utilizing the camera, but all other company other than this Tesla, who is manufacturing the this self-driving company, self-driving stuff, they are utilizing this LiDAR. So Apple is also same. Apple probably if they release iCar, they will use this LiDAR too, because they are already using the MacBook, iPhone Pro, iPhone Pro Max. So the LiDAR is also it's a current trend. This technology, one of the things that the symbol is LAZR, Luminar technology. Their price is also going up. I think the stock price is anyway is going up if the technology is promising. I think the investor is evaluating the futures price, not the current, based on the current. Although the fundamental is most important things if we check about the stock. So that's why I use the this Python the data analysis for the fundamental. So that is a very basic thing. We have to do that if you don't want to lose. But at the same time, this kind of news is make it grow, make it goes up the price. So okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming here. And do you have any question? If anyone has any question, or anyone has any feedback. By the way, do you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
So yes, so thank you. Yes, and thanks a lot for this very interesting topic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah. No specific feedback from my side. Like yeah, it was interesting like to see this kind of new maybe like a future market. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right. I think the current market, especially the 2020, is biggest change happened because after the COVID-19.
Yeah.
After the COVID-19, and then also the another things why I started doing this, or maybe yeah, one of the reason is because because many companies the before COVID-19 and the after COVID-19 is huge difference. Most of the people who used to use the money for the travel or leisure hotel, they are not getting the money like before. Those money is shifting to some other area, and then because of that, in my opinion, we have to catch that one because same as water. You have the tank of the water. You have the water inside there. It's leaning from the left to right. Water, the amount of the water doesn't change much, but the water, the left, the water it used to be left is shifting to right, and then that one we have to catch up. So yeah, so that's why I think. But besides this year, I think many people, many investors made a lot of the money. It's because of this shift. If they can catch, they have the radar inside their brain. If they catch up the current trend, they are making a lot of the profit. It's because of this. So that's why I'm doing this because we need to catch up that one. Otherwise, if the company, the government is, just printing the money, then we just lose if we just keep the cash as is, then we just devaluing, we just see just devaluing the money. But if we just put our asset into some area, some particular promising area, then it's growing. So that's why one of the reason, I'm doing this is because of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much for asking and then listening. And then any other people has any opinion? Okay. So then okay. So then I think this event is basically the weekly event. So next week I also will do that. Let me know like what kind of things you want to know. I will check about that from this data. Because also I didn't know about much about this clean energy, but now I check about this, then I know. So if you want to know about some area, some sector, let me know. Then I will start checking from the data. Is there anyone who is interested in some industry or area?
So yeah, for my personal interest, like I follow like all the blockchain project and cryptocurrency. This
Yes,
one could
yes,
be
yes, yes.
interesting, and maybe also like I follow also some like like the ETF, for example, like
Mm,
the ETF which are following the main index, like the gold index, like
mm.
world index, for example. So yeah, if you have any advice also like on this kind of ETF, it would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah, right. Yeah, NTF is, yes, it's very interesting.
Yeah,
ETF has some advantage if we use like, for example, for me, sometimes I buy like TQQQ.
mm,
For example, the QQQ is growing a lot this year, but
mm,
TQQQ is like 3 times leverage. So like if the QQQ is going up 10%, then this TQQQ is going up 30%. So
okay.
so this year they grow 300%, I think.
Mm,
This is because like currently the digital everybody is shifting to the digital market. Like everybody start using Microsoft, Zoom, Team Chat, Slack, those kind of things, right? So everybody is shifting to many of these tech company. So
yeah.
like all of the tech companies ETF is growing, means this QQQ or tech is growing. So I bought like a TQQQ and then it's making, it's a good profit. So that is, I think I can try the ETF too. Like I can just focus
Yeah.
on one,
Also,
ETF.
I think just one point for the ETF, like because I think you saw this like because it was a few weeks ago or a few months ago that China like signed like a big create like a big exchange area like in Asia like with many countries.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I don't know if it was like also like a long-term opportunity, like for example to buy like MSCI Asia, some like
Oh, I see. Okay, so you mean like the Asian countries ETF, like some the stock for the Asia,
yeah,
it's packed into the ETF, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I think that is also interesting. For example, I'm also interested in, for example, the Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, any of this country, Philippines also. They have like a ETF which we can buy by dollar, US dollar. We
mm,
don't have to use like their own currency. We can buy
yeah,
from the Vanguard. Vanguard stuff is one of the stuff, right? So
mm,
I think that is also interesting. I will check. I can check that one ETF as a for that ETF. But one thing that we have to be careful about this part is uh, now it's COVID-19 versus the vaccine, right? So
yeah,
vaccine is prevailing to the many the developed country like US, Singapore, UK, Germany or those countries. But I'm not sure like when they can get like Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, when they can get this Pfizer's vaccine, Moderna's vaccine, because like probably it's not that cheap, right? So
Yeah.
that may be because like this one is it's coming to rich country first, then later
Yeah.
maybe it's going to those country. So I'm not sure like because of that reason maybe it's still not going up yet. Uh, because like everybody is thinking maybe like US will recover faster because of this vaccine. UK will recover faster because of this vaccine. But at the same time, another thing that happened this week. It's because like this the new type of the COVID-19 is
Yeah. Right.
spreading. And then this one is give us worry because like this Monday, it's going down in spite of agreement for this stimulus package. But but then so that one's the how severe this the new type of the COVID-19 will affect it will impact give us some impact to this market too. So we still cannot say like for example like clean energy in the long term we can say okay this one maybe 5 years later will grow a lot, right? Well, we can know that because that is a trend anyway. It's going up like if we check about this ETF now, then we can see that trend is still going up, and then even 5 years later, yes, definitely. But other like for example Coca-Cola, let's say Coca-Cola, they this one is all depends on this COVID-19. If the COVID-19 stop completely, everybody is can travel, everybody can have the concert event, then this Coca-Cola stock is going up again very significantly. But it all depends on this COVID-19 because of that. So it's not that much easy to predict because of the COVID, because this one all depends on COVID-19. But this kind of a clean energy stuff, it's easier to predict because anyway, people will buy this.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so today is that's it. So thank you so much for coming today. And then, yeah, almost equally the exactly 1 hour. I will have another session next week. So I will see you guys again next week. So thank you so much for coming today, and then have a nice Christmas days, and then have a long weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.